gave my life to Jesus, and I got baptized, and I was like, that's it. And then I was like, okay, cool. After a couple weeks there, I was like, I'm going straight back, going right back to the club. So this is what people don't understand. It's like, when you try to give something up after you give your life to Jesus, it's not that easy. And especially when you don't, like, Nikki is my best friend from high school, but I didn't have like a support system like throughout my life, like helping me go to college, get a good job, like get it, like take care of myself, like. And I'm not even blaming my family because everybody died, and I'm not blaming my grandma because she's older and she's got her own demons that are fighting our relationship, like 100% don't want me in the picture. So then it's like you find a way to take care of yourself and sustain your life. It's hard to let that go. Like when you can make a paycheck of 2 weeks in less than like 5 minutes, it's hard to go back to sitting around making like minimum wage. It's really hard. So that was just like rough. So then I went back, and then I went after like crash and burn in Chicago. We had our last crash and burn. Like we went on a trip to my Florida and went to the strip club, got in a fight, did coke. It was a crash and burn. He ended up leaving me there. I ended up getting my own way home. It was rough. So after that, it was over. So I went back to, I went and stayed with Maggie again, like the whole full circle. I stayed with her, and I lived in Austin. When I was in Austin, I worked at Red Rose and Yellow Rose, and it was like crazy giving your life to Jesus and like been going to church and then having like encounters at church, feeling like when I had my first encounter with Jesus, like I felt like I was on Molly, like I felt like I was on drugs, and it gave me like this new sense of like, oh, this is where like this feeling comes from of drugs that I've been chasing, or this is where this feeling of like comfort comes from that I've been chasing in guys, like. And so just, searching for that, but still not being able to leave like the easy fast money, because like when I first showed up, like I worked every night, and then I had like $6,000-7,000 like easy for like I worked for like 2 weeks, and then I had all that, and then I was able to get my own place. Like, it's easy to pick yourself back up when you can just go to the club and make money. And then when you're not doing all the extras that like when I start watching some of these stripper movies, and I'm like, whoa. And then like it was like being ministered to me, like, this is why guys judge strippers. This is why guys hate strippers. This is why people hate strippers, because the way that the girls are acting, even though like I'm no saint, I'm no angel. Like I guess you could call it, did an orgy, like I was having sex, like, you know what I mean? It's like I'm not an angel, but I still was like, okay, I'm celibate, like I'm not gonna be having sex. I'm not drinking, I'm not doing drugs. And then I would have like a relationship, and then I would get my heart broken, and then I would drink again, like, whatever. But it was, this is some crazy stories. So I get it. And I wanted to quit because I wanted to have a better life. And it was just so hard. It was so hard. I was still. And then you build this life where I had a brand new car and a brand new apartment, and I had a garage, and I had a storage, and I was like, thought that I was something like super like hot stuff, and I couldn't maintain it without working at the club. So when like Like right before I got pregnant, I had a regular job, and I was almost making it like on my regular job, like without having to go to the club. I would go to the club on the weekends, but I was almost, and it was getting so like sketchy. Like it was, because I had met this guy. He was like a crack dealer, like, but he was like hot, and he like black as night, drove a black Mercedes, and like he would try to take me around with him as he was like selling crack, and I was like super into him, but that didn't work. And then like there was the other guys, and it was crazy. So I was worried because like these guys, like I would like get into relationships with these guys, and then I was wild. Like I would break up with them, and then I would like go end up sleeping with like somebody else, and then they'd get jealous, and then they'd be like, oh no, like, and then I was like having like so much anxiety about it, and then I'd be like, they're sending their friend, and I was like, I knew that like they're friends, so then I had like like was watching me at the club and like waiting for me to leave to like rob me or jump me, you know what I mean? Like those are the kind of things that are actually happening when you're at the club. Girls are getting followed by their ex-boyfriends, getting jumped, all their money's getting stolen. They're getting stolen and sent to like sex trafficking. They're getting raped. They're like, it's just nonstop. So when I was going to church and then I start living the double life, that's when stuff got crazy, because when God's trying to get you out of a situation but you're still in it, and then it's like it makes it really dangerous for you. Like say you're like, when you give your life to Jesus and then you get everything like washed off of you, all that like negativity, all that like those demons, and like, well, not all of them, but like you get cleaner, like you get more pure and innocent, and then like you become more of a target. So then people are looking at you and they're like, I want to take that innocence from her, so then you become a target and you get worried. So I was worried, I was freaking out, but sure enough, I went back to the club, and then I met my baby daddy, and he was making it rain on me every night, and I end up getting pregnant, and then we end up breaking up like right away. And then, thank you, that's really sweet. And then I was still stripping at the club the whole time, until my belly started getting a little bigger, and then I had to tell everybody, okay, guess what? I'm pregnant. And they were like, half of them were really nice, most of them were really nice, but then the one was like, whoa, like you can't. I was like, is it okay if I work tonight? I'm not going on stage. This is my last night, like I'm pregnant. And then they were like, no, you have to leave. So I was like, all right, whatever. I was already ready to leave. And then like that was it. And then I went back one time after I had my baby. And I went to apply at, what is it, Onyx, or one of these strip clubs in Houston. And I had like my breast pumps. I had somebody watching my baby at home. I remember, because I was like, oh, this is it. Like, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna go strip in Houston after my baby's born. Go to my go to my new church. Not tell anybody. I didn't care. Like everybody else I know, if and when, or if they're watching or whatever. And I mean, hopefully they don't care. But it's been a secret. I haven't told anybody. And so, because I gotta just But now it's like, it's not a secret. It was a big part of my life that I was not ashamed of, that I actually really enjoyed. I love dancing to loud music. I love going out, and I've honestly missed it a lot. But I know that I'm on a better path, and I'm, raising my child. So I was like, I went stripped there. Like, I had bought outfits on Shein. I bought the shoes. I like made the plans, and I went in. One guy was like, nah, we're not hiring her. Then the other guy was like, not hire her. So then I ended up getting hired, and then they're like, okay, are you gonna work? I was like, I'm working. And then they were like, well, you have to stay till 3. I was like, there's no way I can do this. So I had to go home and get my baby. And after that, I just never went back. And I gave it up for good. I've had a lot of moments since where I just wished that I could go. Like, honestly, even to this day, just because I've been struggling so hard. Like right now, I'm about to, like, get an eviction notice. And so, all I can do is just keep praying and keep, loving God, and keep trying to stay out of the streets, because I am not in the streets, haven't been in the streets for now 2-something years. I'm still celibate. I'm not having sex before marriage. I'm not going to get knocked up again with nobody to help me. And so, yeah, I just had to share my story. Jobs, I appreciate what you're saying. That's really kind. And, we can't judge people even if they don't understand it, because it's a tough world out here, and half of us don't, like, know the love and support that another half of us do. So when you don't really know what one person has, it's hard to be in that person's shoes. Thank you for praying for me. I appreciate it. God bless you. So yeah, I guess I am done sharing my story of being promiscuous. Oh, and I also wanted to throw this out there that, like, I think I'm pretty much an angel now, but back in the day, I was not an angel. There could be some guys that have videos of me in their phones. There could be some guys that have stories about me that you don't want to hear. But I'm going to be the first one to tell you what I've done, what I've been through, and who I am now in Jesus Christ as a new creation. And no matter what I did in my past, and no matter what people from my past try to bring up about me, where I was crazy and I was drunk and I was running around, or whatever I did, like, take a look at me now, and what do you know about me now? Like, nothing. Exactly. This, like, me shedding light on, like, my past and how good God's been to me. And even though I'm struggling still, I'm enduring. Like, I'm gonna keep trying day in, day out to not do anything that will compromise, like, what God has for me that's coming up, because I know something's coming up. If I'm sacrificing, like being able to pay my bills like on time, if I'm sacrificing being able to have the life that I want to have for my child so that I don't go back to the club, I know God's going to do something for me. So, that being said, thank you for tuning in. And you can follow my other page, Rosalie Stories, and you can go to my YouTube channel, Rosalie Stories. Thank you. And if you want to buy something from my website, you just click my link in my bio, and you could support me, and it'll buy some, like, groceries, like some milk and diapers, and that would really help. So anyways, okay, God bless you. I love you, and I hope you have a great night.